Shalom, Yasharallah. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Badash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Amen. We here. We here now. You see what I'm saying? These prophecies are definitely speaking, man. All right. But nevertheless, I want to read this here article real quick. And I just want to touch on, basically the Lord is not playing, man. All right. There's a lot of people that's been lackadaisical about a lot of different things or whatever, whatnot. A lot of people are, playing around, people laughing and scoffing at us or whatever, whatnot. But the Lord is, the Lord is about to start pouring out that great judgment all over the earth, man. Well, it's already being poured out all over the earth, man. The Lord is definitely not playing, man. So now's the time, for everybody to examine themselves, man. All right, to see, for those that send this here truth, to see whether you be in the truth or not, but more importantly, for these other people, man, all right, to see, the men that's been on the highways and the byways prophesying and preaching, are the things that they've been saying you've been calling them crazy for, are they now starting to come true? And if they are coming true, how much more, the things that they were saying, how much more the rest of the things that they were saying? And what does that say about you and your position, But I'm going to go ahead and start reading a little bit of this here article. We're going to grab some scriptures, just to show, hey, the Lord is not playing, bro. All right, it says, the World Health Organization, or WHO, declares international health emergency over the coronavirus outbreak. All right. The World Health Organization has declared a public health emergency of international concern over the outbreak of the 2019 COV, or the Wuhan coronavirus. All right. The international body didn't recommend travel and trade restrictions, which, hey, if this thing keeps going, it is pretty much like a travel and trade restriction, because, you have cases where, I believe it was yesterday, they had this basically I don't know if it was a boat or whatever, whatnot. It had like 6,000 people on there. They not letting them off, man. All right, they had I seen a little notification come across where this was actually a couple days ago, where they had one today as well too. A couple airplanes where they like, yo, man, we got to sit here and check all these people on the plane, man. There's some places where they're not allowing those planes to even land in their country, man. All right, or if they do, they quarantining everybody, man. All right, but nevertheless, this is gonna, it's like, hey, I did a video on this yesterday, man. All right, but nevertheless, just like in like I was explaining about how easy it is for this here thing to just spread like a wildfire, because of the fact of the symptoms don't necessarily show right away. It's not like you catch it right here, right now, and then all of a sudden you showing signs. No, you may not show signs up to 5 days afterwards, And if you do show signs, it's signs that you showing pretty much look like you have the flu or a common cold. You know what I'm saying? Or hell, some of the symptoms are, fatigue, which is like tiredness. You got a job, you ain't tired. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, these things are spreading throughout the whole earth, at a unprecedented rate. This is basically a worldwide epidemic. Now, it ain't necessarily, well, we don't know the real numbers. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, people have to understand that this isn't just a, some little small thing here, there, whatever, whatnot, man. The Lord is really pouring out his judgment over the whole earth. And that's the importance of this here thing. A lot of people be thinking about this or that. They look at, the eastern side of the globe and be like, yeah, they getting bombed to fuck, to Baghdad and back over there, whatever, whatnot. The Chinese people full of smog and all kind of pollution or whatever. They think that that's just on that side of the globe. But look, man, the Lord is not only just judging that side of the globe, he's now bringing judgment down over here, man. All right. Despite what Donald Trump say about America, man, the status of America is damn near out the damn window, man. All right. This shit is damn near, it's a, like the apostles and them be quoting, I think it was George Carlin or whatever his name is, circling the drain. America's damn near about to go all the way down the drain, man. The economy here is fucked up. All right. They damn near about to go to World War III, which is inevitable. There's no, they can't stop that. You see what I'm saying? The infrastructure is collapsing here. The economy is collapsing here. The social, the social mindsets of these people have already been collapsed, man. All right. Especially up under your boy Barack Obama, man. This is where a lot of this shit comes from. The homosexuality pushing all that and inclusiveness and so on and so forth, man. Lulled all these people to sleep, man. Now you got these demons just running rampant everywhere, man. All right. This is, hey, man, we used to say this all the time. We in the worst case scenario, but right now, and we in 2020, man. All right. We just started 2020. This is like damn near the end of the first month of 2020. And it's been just like, yo, prophecy after prophecy, judgment after judgment, left and right since, day one in 2020, man. All right. You got you got Jake over here, grieving and sighing and crying over fucking Kobe Bryant's death, man. People die every day, B. You know, people die every day, B. Who give a fuck about him? What did Kobe Bryant do for you, man? All them damn baskets that Kobe Bryant was scoring, how much money did you get off of that? Did your kids get to eat because of that? Fuck all of that. Did Kobe Bryant tell you was an Israelite? Can Kobe Bryant stop you from catching these missiles and shit? Why you worried about him? What about the men of the Lord that, hey, there's persecution coming down on us real soon, man. All right, they demonizing us and so on and so forth. And the shit that we got to go through, we making our life a living sacrifice. That's not just the saying, man. We really going through a whole lot of shit on this here side, man. So, you over here concerned about Kobe Bryant, who the majority of y'all ain't never met. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never did shit for none of y'all. All right. If anything, you wanted some Kobe Bryant shit, you had to pay for all that, man. But what we over here giving you life, we giving you riches beyond imagination. You know what I'm saying? But yet you people still laugh and scoff. So it's not really that you don't want to hearken unto us. It's really you don't want to hearken unto the Lord. And now the Lord is bringing down that swift ass judgment, man. Just touch back on the Kobe Bryant shit. I ain't even want to get into all that. But nevertheless, because again, what the fuck? People die every day, man. All right. Don't nobody really give a fuck about everybody else dying or whatever, whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? When one of these celebrities or whatever die. Hey, man, the Lord's actually doing a number on the goddamn celebrities as well, too, man. You got him. Your boy just got fucked up, Kobe Bryant. And which I was reading an article. It was like a homeboy had went to church with his daughter right, earlier that day before he died, man. I'm like, okay, well, you stupid ass Jakes, why don't y'all look? Why didn't God save him? Didn't he go to church? I'm pretty sure he probably paid tithes, or whatever, whatnot. But yet and still, he still was required. His spirit was required in the spirit world, him and his daughter and the rest of the people on that helicopter, man. All right. But nevertheless, and I know a lot of people probably be out of their little feelings or whatever, whatnot. But hey, man, how much more you care about him? What about the prophets of the Lord, man? What about the men of the Lord, man? All right. Hey, but this is drawing a clear line between those that the Lord is going to really be looking after, and then those that the Lord's not finna have no mercy and finna bring out the final judgment on you niggas, man. Because what you got to understand is that the Lord is not going to be judging Israel no more, man. This is the last whooping that Israel is going to get, man. All right. So the Lord is not going to hold back. And not just that. Really, the rest of the world, the only people that's going to really be getting some kind of judgment after that is Esau. He going to have to repay his 1,000 years in captivity. All right, then he going to be eradicated off the face of the earth. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, really ain't going to be no real deal judgment, man. The other nations really ain't going to come up against us like that after they see this here destruction that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to bring on this here earth, man. All right, Esau is going to be the only one that, is going to be like that. But nevertheless, hey, man, the Lord is not playing, man. All right, so now is the time, like the scriptures say, seeing that all these things all the elements is gonna melt and all these things is gonna basically be turned to goddamn a nuclear pile of ash. All right, what manner of conversation should you be in? Or how should you be carrying yourself right now? What should you be doing? What should be your number one priority right now, man? All right, but yet and still you got Jake just, lackadaisical about a lot of different shit, Jake is still in that mindset, but hey, just like we was going into this last night, man. But nevertheless, hey, just like in the days of Noah, man, 120 years Noah out there preaching and prophesying, and these people over here laughing and scoffing because it's something that he was talking about that ain't never happened on the earth. It had never rained from the sky in the earth at that point in time, man. Water just came out of the natural geysers and springs from out of the bottom of the earth. You see what I'm saying? That's where you get what they call primary water from. You see what I'm saying? Like what we drink and shit like that. That's not to even say real water, but that's just the surface water that they keep recycling and cleaning. But real fresh, clean water with all the nutrients and stuff come out of the earth, the bottom of the earth. All right. But nevertheless, that was something far-fetched for these people to see back in those days. Man, what you talking about? There ain't no water finna come from the sky and shit, man. What are you talking about? Or all these people, what you need this big ass boat for? You know what I'm saying? Just like now, man, there ain't no so-called UFOs coming out the sky, man. Ain't no military on the face of the earth gonna sit here and challenge America's military. Ain't nobody finna bomb America or whatever, whatnot. And the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans is never going to be ruling the earth. Nobody's going to ever take the so-called white man out of power and put his ass into slavery. This is what these people think, because this is something they ain't never really seen in their life, man. All right, it's so far-fetched, but hey, just like we've been telling you about the wars and rumors of wars, pestilence, famines, great death, earthquakes, all these things, now what? You see what I'm saying? You can't, hey, it's undeniable. Everybody on the face of the earth has had to deal with the Lord and him bringing down these judgments. We only, 29, 30 days, or we like 30 days into the new year. You see what I'm saying? And everybody is, oh shit, did y'all see what was going on in the news? Did y'all see this? Did y'all see that? Hey man, the Lord, that should put fear into your heart, man. All right, that should make you want to turn into this. But guess what? The majority of our people, they're not gonna turn back from these things, man. They're not gonna repent and come back to the law, statutes, commandments, man. They're not gonna go back and seek the Lord, man. All right, but in that day when they get their judgment and their calamities, All right, when, you know what I'm saying, they send their kid to school or whatever, whatnot, and they come back with the coronavirus, the whole house is all fucked up. They all in there slowly dying, and they all out there praying to God. Oh God, Jesus, help me, Jesus. Man, the Most High finna smoke you niggas, man. And rightfully so, man. Hey, man, y'all didn't have no mercy. Hey, y'all the same niggas who was killing the prophets back in the days. Y'all the same niggas that's over here persecuting us right now, man. You see what I'm saying? And y'all the ones scoffing at really, ultimately, the Most High, man. All right? It ain't really us that, it's because what we read, But nevertheless, man, the Most High is about to start. Hey, well, not about to start. We need to stop saying that. The Most High is smoking you niggas right now, man. All right? Let me just read a little bit of this here, this here article. Matter of fact, where was it? All right, so I'm gonna read this paragraph right here. It says, the WHO director, Tedros, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce this guy's name, called the coronavirus a previously unknown pathogen, which has escalated to an unprecedented outbreak at the press conference on Thursday. All right, so look, hey man, this is basically, another way of saying all that. This is a biblical proportion, man. All right, when you go back in history, this is what most of you jakes, you niggas don't really go, you don't read nothing, man. You don't go into history. You don't go and find a whole bunch of different shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The so-called 20s was always horrible fucking times. You see what I'm saying? Like, shit, the 1820s, the 1920s, and now here we are in the 2020s, man. All right, you had the damn, what was that shit, that play called? Fuck, can't think of what it's called now. It was a fucking disease they had back in the days too. But then nevertheless, 1920, the roaring 20s. Oh, everything was good. People was balling. Just like now, man. People balling out, doing this and doing that. And we just now starting 2020, That was, like 1920. Everything was all good. The roaring 20s, everybody living it up, living their best life. But guess what? I believe it was like 1928, 1929. Around that time, the end of the 1920s is when you had what? The Great Depression, man. All right, a lot of people died from starvation. All right, and so on and so forth, man. All right, then, really, 20 years later than that, you was going into World War II, man. All right, so, hey, man, look at how these things are repeating themselves, man. A lot of people laugh and scoff at this stuff because, like I said, they don't read, they don't do research, man. But you had was it Black Plague? You know what I'm saying? When you go back to Europe and shit like that, what was killing all of them off? You had the Black Plague, you had the measles and shit like that, which the measles and SARS is pretty much the same thing as this coronavirus, man. All right, and all these things ultimately is coming from the Most High, man. Whether Esau created it, you know what I'm saying, or manipulated certain things or whatever, whatnot. You see what I'm saying? The Most High is the one that put this into his mind, just like the scriptures say, I've created the smith that bloweth the coals, basically to bring forth the Lord's weapons of his indignation, man. All right, yeah, Esau created these damn missiles, but ultimately the Most High put that into their minds to be able to split the damn atoms, man. For what? For ultimately their own destruction, man. All right, and the Lord created the waster to destroy. All right, the Lord is creating these plagues to destroy. The Lord is bringing up, hey, you have earthquakes all over the goddamn place right now too. I should do a video on that too, man. But nevertheless, man, people getting rocked left and right, man. And all these calamities like we was going into last night, man. Matter of fact, let me read this and we're just getting the scriptures, man, because it's just a lot of scriptures coming to mind. It says, while the majority of the coronavirus cases have been registered in China, the WHO confirmed that there are 98 confirmed cases elsewhere in the world, including 8 cases of direct transmission in Germany, Japan, Vietnam, and the U.S. You see what I'm saying? Hey, most of these stupid-ass Americans over here, they don't even read nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just bandwagon-ass niggas. Whatever they say on CNN and Fox or whatever, that's what they following. These niggas still just mourning Kobe Bryant death. They don't even realize that this coronavirus, because they didn't hear, when they heard about it, they said it was in China. But now they ain't realize the shit is over here, and they don't know exactly where it's at over here. You know what I'm saying? And how far it didn't spread over here, because, again, it ain't till these people is fucking real fucking sick and showing major signs that this nigga might got the shit. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, before all of that, hey, they don't know. And you got all these people that's, especially here in America, you got all these people that's grouped up together and everything like that, man, all over the place. You got all these people just doing all kind of group activities and parties and whatnot. And these people here is super fucking nasty. They be sharing all kind of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Passing bottles around at a big-ass party. They don't even know these niggas. And they just passing liquor bottles all the way around. I'm like, y'all niggas is gross, man. But nevertheless, this is that city that dwell carelessly. And the Most High's finna start smoking you niggas over here, man. All right? We're going to just grab some scriptures. Matter of fact, okay, we're going to start here in Habakkuk chapter 2. I don't really got nothing written down because there's just so many precepts coming to mind just thinking about this, and we're going to just go until until, hey, the Spirit lead us, you know. Habakkuk 2 and 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Well, shit, let me go to verse 2. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. And that's what we've been doing the whole time, man. All right. We go on the highways and the byways and we preach this here word. We tell you, you know, what it is. You know, you got a sincere question, we go into the scriptures and we'll answer your questions or whatever, whatnot, you know. And we also do these video epistles or whatever, whatnot. And, you know, a lot of brothers do their videos just like I do my videos, to where it's like, all you can see is pretty much just the scripture. So it's easy for you to follow along. You don't have to have these apps. You don't have to have a Bible right there beside you. What we're reading is right here on the screen. So all you know, you just got to look at your screen and you can follow along with it, man. It's easy for you to just pick up and just go with it, man. We do all the research and everything for you and everything like that. And how much more is it easy for you to sit here if you want to sit here and spread the word or repost all of this? Hey, man, it's easy for you to sit here and share the link or whatever, whatnot, man. All right, it ain't that hard. You don't got to sit there and try to re-break things down, because for one, we recorded the breakdowns and everything like that for you. And all you got to do is share the link, man. All right. Verse 3, for the vision, all right, the vision is talking about what? These prophecies, all right? And that's what a lot of our people would say, oh, man, ever since our father slept, man, the same shit been going on since the beginning. You know, y'all always been talking about the Lord gonna make his return. We've been waiting like 2,000 years and he ain't showed up yet. So fuck it, I'm about to live my best life. Yo, but see, what you ain't realized is that you ain't, you know, you're not measuring the time diligently via the prophecies, man. All right, the spirit of Yahweh is the spirit of prophecy, man. All right, so and he also told you measure the in Ezra to say measure the time diligently, and then in man, what the fuck, man? These goddamn Edomites, heathen ass Edomites. Hey, that's a blessing too, man, because they rolling up, they all thugged the fuck out like Jake now. I mean, the curse is falling on these niggas too, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything we've been saying is all coming true now. All right, so this is why, hey, you should basically check out and see whether or not you be in the truth, or whether or not your laughing and your scoffing is gonna go in vain. You know, a lot of you people have been laughing and scoffing at us and whatever, whatnot. But hey, Esau dropping like flies. You know what I'm saying? They hooked on the opioids and fentanyl and shit like that, man. These niggas is becoming more and more base. They becoming back to their normal state, man. The basis of men becoming niggas and shit, man. All right, but nevertheless, and robbing and stealing and shit. I didn't see some damn Edomites stealing out of the damn Walmart on the so-called on the Edomite side of town. These niggas over at Edomites stealing out of Walmart and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And over here begging for money outside of Walmart and shit, man. Hey, you see what I'm saying? Like, yo, you need to check yourself, you know, laughing and scoffing at us or whatever, whatnot. This should be taking your ass back, man. I know, you know, me, myself personally, and a lot of the brothers that's in this here truth, man, we super excited about this, man. Because shit, we out here, we tired of this fucking laboring, man. This shit is first of all, living where we living, it is vexation upon vexation, man. Second of all, this here, hey, this being in this here truth, man, you know what I'm saying? Having your hand to the plow, man, is very pressing on the spirit, man. But, you know, like, the book of Zechariah talk about it, Zechariah 11 and 8. Yeah, Zechariah 11 and 8 talk about the 2/3 versus the 1/3, and the Most High say he's gonna bring the 1/3 through the fire and try them as gold is tried and as silver is tried, right? We basically catching, you know, our judgment right now. You know, we didn't caught judgment throughout the previous lives or whatever, whatnot. You know, we pretty much catching our little bit of our little judgment and our affliction right now, man. But ultimately, the Most High is purging us of all of our wickedness. All right, he's purging us of all of our so-called carnal thoughts and everything like that, man. Building us up to be what? The new rulers, the how you say, the first fruits, you know, the new ruling class elites, man. That's what the Most High is building us up for, man. All right, to be the new judges of the planet Earth, man. The Earth is about to be under new management, man. Whether you niggas believe this shit or not, man, the men that you see on the highways and the byways and prophesying on these video epistles and truth and sincerity, man, we finna be ruling, man. All right, and look, some gonna wake up to everlasting shame. Just you know, keep it short and sweet, man. All right, but nevertheless, continuing on, verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. The vision is these prophecies, man. All right, it's for a certain time. So it's not like, oh, just because you just read about this now and you looking around, but that ain't never happened. Or some people may say, well, you know, like wars and rumors of wars. Some people, it's always been wars on the planet Earth. How many world wars have you had on the planet Earth? Well, you had about 2 of them. All right, and now we're coming close to the third one, like the scriptures say that basically the first 2 woes have passed, and the third woe cometh quickly. All right, they only talk about 3 woes, which are world wars. All right, but nevertheless, you see all these things starting to boil up and over, and these niggas is over here buying drugs. See, goddamn Edomites. But anyway, Anyway, going back into the scriptures. Verse 3, Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And that's where we at right now, man. These prophecies are speaking loud and clear, man. We don't even have to be reporting on it to them no more. Like, oh shit, this happened because y'all didn't see the article or whatever, whatnot, or you're not really into this type of whatever, whatnot. So you wouldn't even be looking for this. No, this is being blasted out in your face, man. All right, like the coronavirus and so on and so forth. That's being blasted out into your face. The whole Iran conflict is being blasted out into your face, man. All right, all these things are being blasted out, worldwide to where everybody has to so-called acknowledge this, man. You had people who weren't really concerned with war, the military was going on, the conflicts with Iran. They didn't even know if we was friends with Iran or not. You know what I'm saying? But after the Soleimani situation, now everybody's like, oh shit, man, we might be going to World War III. We might be doing such and so forth, man. Hey, go on YouTube and look up World War III memes. All right, and you see a bunch of jakes basically making fun of it, but at least they it's on their so-called radar. Like I said, man, you're gonna have to deal with this one way or another, man. All right. So it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. All right. And that's what's going on right now. A lot of people take us for lies and jokes and scoffing and so on and so forth. But look, now it's all speaking right now, loud and clear, man. All right. It's yelling at the top of their lungs, on one of those fucking megaphones, right? So it says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, it shall surely come, and it will not tarry. I know that when I first came across this here truth, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things wasn't really popping off like that. Israel was getting gathered. You know what I'm saying? That was about it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the RFID chip being pushed, World War III on the cuffs, these earthquakes in diverse places, these goddamn all these volcanoes and shit going off, man. All these mass die-offs of animals, man. These massive fires all over the place, man. So y'all don't even realize Australia's still burning. You see what I'm saying? You got all these different situations that's going on right now, and they speaking loud and clear, man. All right, like I said, the whole earth is pretty much in turmoil, man. Great perplexity. Let me grab that. Let me just go ahead and grab that now. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21. I think it's verse 18. No. Yeah, I think it's 18. No. Let me read verse 11. It says, verse 10, then said he unto me, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes. All right, great earthquakes, right? So you had like the Fukushima situation that caused the tsunamis and so on and so forth, man. You just had an earthquake out there in the Caribbeans, all right, when they thinking that it might be a goddamn tsunami and shit pop off. Puerto Rico just got rocked with over 1,000 earthquakes within a 30-day span of time, man. All right, you seeing all these different things going on. Turkey just got rocked, man. All right. So it says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. People will be like, oh, we've always had earthquakes. That ain't nothing new. Yeah, but you got great earthquakes all over the planet Earth. You see what I'm saying? And famine. You got this all over the world going on too, man. The economy is getting tighter and tighter, going into what? This is why you have these global uprisings of all these people around the earth, man. These elites and squeeze them so dry economically that they can't afford to fucking eat, man. They can't afford, the everyday, the cost of living. So they all uprising. So what is that telling you? That's basically a famine, man. People are really strapped for cash right now, man. All right. It says in pestilence, like the coronavirus, man. All right. All these damn diseases that's going forth on the earth, man. All right. And people just bugging out. Great Depression, man. You got so many damn, man. Oh, man. Bro, I remember watching a video some years back about them saying that, yeah, the number one threat in the future is going to be depression. You're going to have doctors being overwhelmed with just all these cases of depression, which, ultimately it's the Most High that's doing all these things. But, hey, ain't no telling what the fuck Esau done put out there, because they have things that can change all kind of scenarios, man. Like, they change your whole thought pattern and everything like that. And they be pushing this shit out for real. But nevertheless, man, this is what you have going on, man. You have all these people starting to bug out, doing all kind of crazy, bugged out shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit that you would just see like, when you watch that movie Jackass back in the days, that ain't shit that people would normally be doing at a normal, pace and rate. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just like everybody's in a Jackass movie doing all kind of Jackass shit or whatever, whatnot, man. They just bugged the fuck out, man. All right. So it says, in pestilence and fearful sights and great signs there shall be from heaven. You got all these different eclipses on high holy days, man. They keep talking about these asteroids or whatever, whatnot, coming super close to the earth or whatever, whatnot, man. All right. You have all these different things. Not only that, you got the chariot sightings, man. All right. Let me jump down to verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and in the Salak. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations. And that's what you got going on right now with perplexity and the sea and the waves roaring. And so what you got going on right now, like the coronavirus, the World Health Organization declared this basically as a, how you say, like an international, not to say tragedy or whatever, whatnot, but it's a global problem, basically. Long story short, it's a global problem, something that everybody need to be aware of. Like, yo, get it attention, man. Y'all need to look out for this. Y'all need to study this. We need everybody to come together before this shit take over the whole planet, man. All right. So it says, verse 26, and men's heart failing them for the fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Now, when you get into some of these so-called truthers or whatever, whatnot, dealing with these Edomites, like your boy Christopher Green with AMTV, or what is it? Yeah, AMTV. You know, homeboy be, you know, and half his little shtick is like Alex Jones, to be super hyped about certain things. But nevertheless, you have these so-called truthers or whatever, whatnot. They out here crying and sighing and crying for you people. Hey, you need to get this, you need to get that, and so on and so forth. Do this here now, so on and so forth, man. They even scared, man. They know that there's some kind of trouble coming, man. All right. Let me go from there to let me think of some other precepts. Oh, Matthew 24. This is Matthew 24, verse 20. 21. For there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor shall ever be. You know, we kind of touched on this last night in the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you can think of any atrocity on the planet Earth, man, and combine them with all the other atrocities on the planet Earth, and it's still going to be way worse than that here. All right, World War I, World War II. You know what I'm saying? They dropped atomic bombs in World War II, but what about thermonuclear missiles, man? You know, the Satan 1, the Russian intercontinental ballistic missile, the Satan 1, could take out a state the size of Texas, man. All right, Fat Man and Little Boy didn't wind up taking out the whole of Japan, you know, a whole city of Japan or whatever, whatnot, you know. But nevertheless, this is a time like never before, man. All right, you got we was pulling this out. Y'all ain't never seen Leviathan. All right, man. Hey, men's hearts failing for the fear of the things that's coming, man. You got to be dealing with all these other things: famine, martial law, diseases, pestilence. You know, they quarantine the city because of, let's just say they quarantine the city because of this outbreak of this virus, and you trying to get out, you know what I'm saying, and everybody around you, you know, it's pretty much like the zombie apocalypse. They keep showing you this in the goddamn movies, but this is what it's going to be like, man. These infected ass people or whatever, whatnot, you know, they all, you know, sick or whatever, whatnot. You trying to stay away from these people, and that's what your first fear is that you running from that, you know. You start running from these infected ass people or whatever, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You go hunker down inside of a house, but then you got these other people, you know, that's rifling these houses, ravishing the houses and running through and taking whatever they can. They come through there, and now you got to protect your family from that, all right? Or you just got to protect your family. Like I said, these demons on these people, man, like in America, look this up, the road rage videos of America, man. This is getting worse and worse and worse where people are like, turn on your signal, bro. Dude scream out the window, just something simple as that. Somebody get out the car with the pistol drawn, man, start firing on their ass, man. You see what I'm saying? So you have to deal with all these situations all at once, man. All right, so you trying to run from the coronavirus, then you got martial law troops coming around. You know what I'm saying? You trying to go get some food because you're starving. All right, then you got, you know, these rogue bandits all around or whatever, whatnot. Then all of a sudden you got Leviathan coming up out the sea. You know what I'm saying? Breathing fire on motherfuckers, and you think that this shit is only in the movies and shit. And bro, motherfuckers gonna have heart attacks as soon as they see that. You see what I'm saying? They hear that, oh shit, a Godzilla-like creature really exists, bro. This motherfucker came out the ocean and is just like running through a goddamn city right now, man. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? People gonna be having heart attacks about that shit, man. Then on top of that, they see the chariots. You know what I'm saying? Then in the midst of World War III, and they get an alert on their phone. Go back to the brother GMS. Man, I can't remember exactly his name, the name of his channel, but GMS Hawaii Howada, I believe is the name of the channel. But the brother out there, you know what I'm saying, wound up going live when they had that false alarm out there where they had like they sent a text saying an incoming nuclear missile is coming to Hawaii. Take shelter, you know. Really, if they was to nuke Hawaii, bitch, there's nowhere you can go in Hawaii. Like, me, one missile could take out all of Hawaii, bro. There's nowhere you can go. That whole place is just gone. There's no point in hiding, bro. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you want to be in the epicenter of the destruction to go quick, you know. But nevertheless, you know, at that point in time, everybody was running, panicking, all kind of crazy things. But that was just one thing. You know, you felt like ICBM missiles was coming on your ass. But what about Leviathan coming out the water? You know what I'm saying? And you know, other countries are shooting nukes trying to kill it. You know what I'm saying? So you got nukes raining down on you, this fire-breathing a sea monster coming out the ocean, UFOs, but then they also got martial law running through the island. All right, so, bro, it's gonna be, bro, people gonna be having heart attacks at just certain things, man. You see what I'm saying? Or you find out that you turn the news on, like, we've got an outbreak of the coronavirus at such and such county in these schools or whatever, whatnot, and you at home seeing that, and your kids is at school, you're like, oh fuck, my kid is at school or whatever, whatnot. You can't even go get your kid because they didn't quarantine them off or whatever, whatnot, man. Hey, man, this, let me read Matthew 24:21. There shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor shall ever be. All right. So again, you got to think about, you know, the Middle Passage. You know, when they was bringing Jake over here on them slave ships, man, 90 million. What they tell you is 90 million people wound up perishing in the Middle Passage alone. All right, which the numbers probably were way greater than that because Esau don't really ever give you the real numbers. You know, he tried to play it down because really he's just telling on himself. You know, but nevertheless, they say 90 million Jakes wound up dying in the Middle Passage alone. You know, on a journey just getting over here, man. So much blood that was in the ocean over there on that trek that the sharks still swim that same path to the same day. All right, but nevertheless, you could put the 90 million of those that died in the Middle Passage, the estimated 100 million so-called Native American Indians that was massacred off over here. All right, shit, Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, they was genocided down to a number of 500. You see what I'm saying? And Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, their name is Fruitful Bow. All right, they gonna multiply like crazy, and so you can imagine them bringing them all the way down to the number 5, like 500 people in population, man. All right, so you could think about, you know, slavery, Middle Passage, what they did to Gad, World War I, World War II. You know what I'm saying? The Great Depression, the Great Plagues, all these different things you could think about all at the same time rolled up into one. And this day is going to be way worse than all that, man. All right, because you're going to have all the same things going on that didn't happen in the past, but then you're going to have things that, hey, man, the Lord created new things. Hey, you can read this in Wisdom of Solomon. Matter of fact, let me read verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Let me go to Wisdom of Solomon real quick. You can show you something. Wisdom of Solomon 17:3. For while they suppose to lie, verse 7, Wisdom of Solomon 17:1. For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. So we can't really tell you how bad it's gonna be, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, y'all niggas is finna catch the smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's just as much as how we can describe it, but you have no idea. Hey, we're gonna read some of the things that didn't happen, and it's gonna be worse than this, man. Because you're gonna have all of this happening and then some more stuff happening. Like I said, you ain't never seen Leviathan, bro. You ain't never seen them UFOs attacking motherfuckers like that, man. All right, you about to have all these things popping off all at the same time. But nevertheless, it says, Wisdom of Solomon 17:1. For greater thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unturned souls have erred. All right, and that's what's going on with 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You still scoffing. You just going, hey, but you was blinded. If our gospel be hid, is hid to those that are lost, man. All right. Hey, and we about to read what's going to happen to you niggas, man. All right. For when the unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, prisoners of darkness. All right. So this is talking about, you know what I'm saying, back in the olden days when, you know, we was basically, being oppressed. All right. It says they're prisoners of darkness and fetters with bonds for the long night, laid their exile from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under the dark veil of forgetfulness. All right, so look, they first of all, they losing their minds and shit. You know what I'm saying? They can't remember what the fuck where was I going again? What did I do with my keys? Where the fuck did I put my pistol? You see what I'm saying? Horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you see it, look at motherfucker, go on YouTube and look up Flocka. People on Flocka, right? The drug Flocka. Man, when you see people on Flocka and shit, these motherfuckers be seeing all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? People be smoking that K2 and Spice, man. People be hallucinating. or people on shrooms, acid. What is the other shit? What's it called? Shit. What is that? Wakasa, not Wakasa. It's some other shit, or DMT. But there's this other fucking drug and shit too, where they be talking about, they be seeing like gnomes and all kind of shit, man. They be seeing all kind of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that you ain't took no damn drugs. Just imagine that. Just to put it in perspective, all right? Because you know that motherfuckers be hallucinating when they take some acid, right? So imagine, you don't do no drugs or nothing like that, but then one day somebody slips some acid into your drink. You know what I'm saying? Or some Molly or some shit into your drink. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden or fuck it, some cocaine in your drink, because that shit's gonna make your heart race and shit, right? And you don't know this shit is in there, and your heart just start beating all of a sudden. Boom, 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 boom. What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Or all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you start hallucinating. You just sitting there doing whatever you were supposed to be doing, or you just driving or whatever, whatnot. Then the shit start hitting your ass. Then all of a sudden, the damn the lines on the road start getting up. You know what I'm saying? And start moving and shit. The little orange barriers on the side of the road start dancing and shit. You know what the fuck is going on here? But see, in your mind, one thing that kind of helps out is when people do these drugs, they know that that's what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of prepped into their mind. But just imagine you not knowing these things, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden you just start hallucinating for no reason. And again, you're a person that don't do no drugs, so this ain't nothing that would normally happen to you. You're not even used to these type of things. You wouldn't even know how to equate the two things. Like, oh, okay, that's, this is what it's like to feel like, like when you drink and you drunk, if you was to drink and get drunk, you know what I'm saying, but didn't know that you was drinking alcohol or liquor or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? When you start staggering, slurring your words, falling over or whatever, whatnot, you get, hey, come here. You know the signs of being drunk and shit, but nevertheless, imagine all this happening to you unexpectedly. You didn't know that this shit was about to happen to you, man. All right, so imagine you on some damn acid or some shit, man. Now all of a sudden you having hallucinations, but you don't know that you took the acid, man. That's like what's going on here. But this is really the Lord sending plagues on your ass, man. Plaguing you in the mind and shit, man. Let me read this. It says, verse 3. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under the dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. So these niggas was seeing shit, man. They were seeing all kind of shit. Hey, think back to, what was that? Belteshazzar? I think it was Belteshazzar, or, I think it was Belteshazzar, when was it him or was it not Nebuchadnezzar, the other guy, but nevertheless, anyway, this is where you get the term the writing on the wall. Homeboy that went up in, because they hadn't hijacked all that shit anyway, but they went and took the Most High's like the golden cups and stuff like that, the things that was for how you say, holy rituals and things like that, man. They took all of that, the golden cups that they weren't supposed to be drinking out of and shit like that, and started drinking up out of that shit, man, partying and living it up, man. But then all of a sudden, the writing on they was drunk, right? They started getting drunk, having a good time. Then all of a sudden, they start seeing the writing on the wall. A hand start writing some shit on the wall. Like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And I can just imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, you being super drunk, you know what I'm saying? And then something unexpectedly happened. Like, you drunk, you partying, having a good time, and all of a sudden, the blue lights come up into the rearview mirror. You just immediately sober up. Oh, shit just got real, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, whatnot, So they over here partying, whatever, whatnot. Now the hand writing start writing on the wall. They're like, what the fuck is that? We ain't never seen no shit like that before. It was like, yo, your kingdom is you, hey, you gonna be up here with me tonight, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, your ass is required tonight, But, hey, this is the same scenario. Or like when Saul had the witch of Endor try to bring up, or not Saul. Saul got the witch of Endor try to bring up Samuel, Then she actually brought up Samuel, and then both of these motherfuckers was scared. You see what I'm saying? But just imagine that, man. You in your house or whatever, whatnot. And in this scenario, you ain't on no drugs or nothing like that. All of a sudden, what I'm saying, a wall come out, a face come out the wall, start talking to you, the TV start talking to you or whatever, whatnot, man. Or you just anywhere, you hearing voices and shit like that, man. Hey, you can look up cases of what they call targeted individuals, man, in which this is, this is a scary topic really even to get into, but the shit that they can do to your ass, putting voices into your head and shit like that, like, yo, these niggas can really do shit like this to make and put suggestions into your mind. Kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself. But that ain't even your thoughts is like that. This is the shit that they projecting into your own head, man. All right, and that bugs people out because they don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Or it's like blowing a dog whistle around a dog. He's like, what the fuck is that sound? You know what I'm saying? He just is a trauma, all right? Just imagine these apparitions, these ghosts, these like, you seeing visions of some shit that ain't really there, man. All right. Verse 4, for neither might the corner that held them kept them from fear, but noises of water falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenance. So just imagine you being in just straight darkness, bro. You can't even see your motherfucking hand in front of you. Matter of fact, you can light a fire, you still can't even see the fire that you just lit, man. It's that fucking dark, man. It's just super dark. You can't see a goddamn thing, but guess what? You can hear waters rushing or whatever, whatnot, like a waterfall or some shit. Like, oh shit, man, we finna get flooded the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? When you hearing voices in the darkness, oh shit, you hearing animals and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like them scary movies. What's your boy? You go start hearing noises and shit. What the fuck was that? Hey, y'all be quiet. Y'all hear that? Sound like somebody in the house and shit. The floorboards is creaking and shit like that. Hey man, people gonna be bugging the fuck out, man. All right, we just reading one thing alone. You ain't seen no chariots. You ain't seen Leviathan yet. Martial law. Yo, you just in your crib chilling, and all of a sudden you starting to hear. Hey, Jake know about this shit because Jake a real spiritual person. So Jake done had all kind of encounters with spirits and shit in their lifetime, from whether or not they wake up and there's that shit that's over top of you and you can't move or nothing like that, or you may be in a house by yourself and then all of a sudden the water faucet come on and shit, cabinets and shit open up, or everything come up out of the cabinets, all the plates and shit, it's all on the counters now. Like, what the fuck is going on here? You know what I mean? And it's just like, yo, Jake, I know for my own stuff. I remember one time I was living back in Atlanta and shit. I was staying with my sister in Atlanta. I was the only person there at the house, sitting at the table, doing whatever I was doing, and all of a sudden the kitchen sink, the faucet came on, and the shit was behind me, and I'm the only person in the house. I ain't asked no questions, ain't do shit, got up, went, got the fuck out the house and left. I don't want to be dealing with no shit like that, man. Hell no. But how much more when all these things is really happening to you, man? All right. But this is multiple things. This is the plague after plague after plague after plague, man. All right. It says, let me read this. It says, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenance, man. Imagine you just having the same damn dream every single night, man. You wake up to a dream of like thermonuclear. Hey, look up dreams of the end of the world, man. People be seeing these visions and shit like that. And you could tell a real vision from the Lord because people's countenance fucking change, man. Like, whenever you see some shit like this, you really see a ghost or a spirit, you know what I'm saying? Or you really see a chariot, you really see some shit, you really have a real vision. Go back and read how Daniel was when he had these visions, or Ezekiel when he had these visions, and, different prophets or whatever, whatnot. They felt sick to their stomach, or they didn't want to talk to nobody. They was like, man, what the fuck, man? Ezra's like, woe is me, woe is me. He wasn't like, oh shit, God came and talked to me. No, I was like, man, what the fuck, bro? I done just seen some horrible shit, man, a horrible vision. This is what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yo, so just imagine, you know what I'm saying, you getting a vision from the Lord night after night after night after night of thermonuclear destruction, or your kids being put to death in a gruesome way or whatever, whatnot, or you seeing your death every single night, man. Like that movie, hey, man, this is where they get these scary movies from, man. The movie, Final Destination. All right, so now that's basically just showing you that the Lord's judgment is going to go forth and there's no escaping this shit, man. But nevertheless, imagine being into that and you having these premonitions of how things are going to happen. You on an airplane and you fall asleep on a plane, and all of a sudden you have a dream that the plane is going to crash once you get up in the air, and then you're going to, and it's not going to be a fast plane crash. The plane going to go down or whatever, like the plane that got shot down over Iraq, you know what I'm saying, or over Iran, you know what I'm saying. Those people didn't die immediately, man. They got hit with the first. You can watch the video. They got hit with the first rocket. Really didn't even get hit with the first rocket. The first rocket kind of exploded close by them. Shrapnel went through the front of the plane. The second one wound up pretty much knocking it out of, decommissioning the plane. The plane didn't blow up or nothing. All right. Then the plane slowly fell out of the sky. All right. And it crashed on the ground. They got video of it as it crashed on the ground. So these people were still alive inside the plane the whole time, from the first impact to the second impact. So the first impact, they scared as fuck, man. All right, the second impact, boom, they still even more scared. Oh my gosh. They feeling themselves fall out the sky, weightlessness. They holding on to their loved ones. I love you. Oh my gosh. Falling out the sky, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, we know at a certain point in time we're going to hit the ground. You just brace it for impact. Like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Then the plane hit the damn ground. All right, they didn't die immediately. You know what I'm saying? Part of the plane broke here. Other part broke there. There was a fire. Look up on the internet, video of inside view of a video of a plane crash. There's a lot of videos of that shit where people see that shit and you see it all the way up to the end and their reactions or whatever, whatnot, of how these things going, man. Imagine being put into that scenario, man. All right. Continuing on verse 5. no power of the fire might give them light. Like I said, man, it was so fucking dark. You done lit a fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't even see the fire, man. Imagine that, how dark it is. You got a flashlight. You know what I'm saying? You can't even see the light coming out the end of the flashlight, bro. That's how dark it is, man. And you hearing all kind of shit. Let me keep reading. Verse 5. No power of fire might give them light. Neither could the bright flames of the stars endure the light of that horrible night. So it's so fucking dark. You can't see the stars, the moon. All right. You can't even see the fire that you lit. You know what I'm saying? Or a flashlight or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get in your car and run and drive. You can't even see the headlights or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 6, only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought that the things which they saw to be worse than the sight that they saw not. So, hey, man, they was hearing all kind of things or whatever, whatnot, but then they were seeing things like, yo, what kind of fire is this shit? This is a fire in on itself. We don't know what the fuck that is, really. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, we don't know what the fuck it is, you know? Verse 7, as for the illusion of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. So they're like, no, this ain't no, this ain't no magic tricks or whatever, whatnot. This is the real deal. And even if they did have a little magic or their little way to try to stop these things, it's not going to work out. Like, let's say you got a doomsday bunker and you got a backup generator and shit. That's not going to help your ass out in these days, man, because ultimately this is coming from the Lord, man. All right. Verse 8, for they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from the sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. So, you got all these people prepped for this. Oh, I'm going to be good. I got this. I got that. Or, going back to the Kobe Bryant thing, I'm pretty sure he thought that his money was going to save him. Him going to church was going to save him. But when the Lord required his spirit in the spirit realm, what the fuck happened? There was nothing he could do about it, man. Same with these things, man. The Lord's bringing out judgment on the whole earth. And who do you think that you are that you exempt from judgment? You see what I'm saying? Who do you think that, oh, that ain't going to happen to me? All right. Shit. All right. It says, verse 9. Oh, well, let me read verse 8. For they thought for they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from the sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. So imagine, there's some kind of conflict going on or whatever, whatnot. The National Guard got to come roll in and try to protect you or whatever, whatnot. But these niggas is scared. Ultimately, this is what's going to happen when the chariots appear. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, we got to send the military over there, whatever, whatnot. But then them niggas is going to be scared, man. They going to try to run and shit, but the Lord's going to put the spirit on their ass to make their ass fight anyway, man. All right? It says, verse 9, for though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air which could of no side be avoided. All right, so let me read that again, verse 9. They wound up dying from this shit. So it says they died of fear. But it says, for though no terrible thing did fear them, so it wasn't really shit happening to them. It was just dark as fuck, bro. But they was hearing all this shit, and they was seeing strange visions, but it wasn't really nothing going on. It's pretty much like you being waterboarded, all right? Because basically in waterboarding, they got your face covered up and shit, and you got, like, pretty much got the illusion that you being submerged underwater, whereas, you face up, and they just pouring water on your face, and how physics and gravity work, the water's just gonna beat off of your face to begin with. But you being in that scenario, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You thinking you being submerged in water and you drowning in shit, so you start, you know what I'm saying? There's scenarios of people pretty much putting themselves to death because of their own mindset, There was a story about this dude who wound up, I heard the story way, way back in the world. I don't even know. I've never fact checked it, but hey, there's other scenarios like this, where people, you see miracles, so-called miracles happen because people, the so-called thought of things not working out for them wasn't in their mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have amazing things like 2 little girls lift up a semi-truck up off their dad that they was working on. These little girls can't lift up no fucking semi-truck. But yet and still, in their mind, they didn't know that they couldn't do this shit. They just seen their dad pen. All of a sudden, they lift this shit up and be like, damn. But and vice versa, man. You see what I'm saying? You got these plagues and shit going on, and it ain't really nothing there, but you just scared because you think there's some shit going on, man. Just like people run these fucking heathen again. But anyway, people run themselves crazy, thinking that somebody after them, in fact, I know somebody this shit happened to. This was well, I don't know if they a real Edomite or not, but nevertheless, this guy that I knew a couple years back, I still know who he is, but I don't really talk to him. But nevertheless, this guy that I knew, right, his mom, come to find out, you know what I'm saying? I happened to come across, him and his family one day, and, oh, how's everything going? How's everything been? Oh, everything's all right. My mom died, maybe a year or so ago. Oh, yeah, what the fuck happened? Well, she basically blew her brains out. What the fuck? Your mama blew her brain? What you mean she blew her brains out? Like that's far fetched. What the fuck? Yeah, she had it in her mind that somebody was out trying to kill her, and these people was fucking with her or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She was going crazy. She was hearing voices and hearing this and hearing that, thinking people was following her, so on and so forth. So ain't no telling if somebody was really following her, because the government be doing shit like this for real. But you really have to be somebody important doing certain things, and really this is for like the men of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Because they trying to get you to, fall off your, off your path, basically, you say. But nevertheless, she's really a nobody, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't really doing shit in life, but just partying, drinking, and getting fucked up day in and day out and making people's lives miserable. Like, what the fuck is the government going to kill your ass for? But nevertheless, she was driven to the point of blowing her brains out because of the fact she kept hearing voices and so on and so forth and things like this and that. And thought people was following her. So she went out and got her a gun, try to protect herself. If I see these motherfuckers, I'm gonna find them, I'm gonna kill them, or whatever, whatnot. She used to think people was breaking into her house. I knew somebody was in here, or whatever, whatnot. And I'm pretty sure nobody was even fucking with her to begin with, because like I said, if you knew who this person was, like, bro, you're not really into nothing. Well, the things that you into is this Babylon and Babylon juice. You watching Dancing with the Stars, Keeping Up the Kardashians, the regular shit people do here. But nevertheless, ain't nobody really following you about shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end all be all that shit was just in your mind. So you wound up going out and getting a gun and so-called protect yourself, but the Lord put them demons on your ass more and more and more and more, all the way to the point that one day, you just sat down on the couch and just blew your brains out, man. Then people was looking for your ass, and your son had to go in there and find his mom with her brains blown out, man. All right, because of what? We're going to read it again. Wisdom of Solomon 17 and verse, where was I at? Oh, man, I didn't skip the whole lot. Oh, no. So, I guess I did skip this. Verse 9. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by, and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided. All right. So basically, it wasn't really nothing. It was dark as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like they was getting attacked by beasts, basically. You know what I'm saying? But they was hearing the shit like, yo, imagine hearing like a stampede of fucking wild beasts running by your ass, but you in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine being in the darkest room that you can't see your hand in front of you. Again, you can't even light a damn fire and see the fire in front of your ass. But then all of a sudden you hear wild beasts running through the room or wherever you at. You start hearing rattlesnakes and shit rattling they little tail. Alligators pretty much doing that hissing and vibrating and shit like that, or lions and shit like that, whatever, a wild pack of dogs. Just imagine that shit. You being in your house or some shit like that, and you just hear a whole bunch of dogs barking outside and scratching or whatever, whatnot. You like, yo, what the fuck is these dogs out here doing? Or all these crows outside, or these birds just, you know what I'm saying? Eagles and shit screeching. You like, what the fuck is going on with all these animals outside, bugging the fuck out. Come to find out there ain't shit even outside, man. So it says, for though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear. All right. So they just wound up giving up the ghost, having heart attacks and shit because they was just that scared, man. All right. Denying that they saw that the air which could of no side be avoided. For wickedness condemned by their own witness is very tumorous, and being pressed with a conscience always forecasting grievous things. So, hey, man, your conscience has got you really fucked up, man. And about this in the world, how you think about certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like, put it this way. Some guys is like this, you know what I'm saying? They got low self-esteem or whatever, whatnot. They think, oh, I'm fat or I'm ugly. No girl's going to like me, or I'm just a regular plain Jane. She's out of my league. She's not going to like me. So I'm not even going to shoot my shot. Oh, I'm just whatever, whatnot. And, they have this in mindset, so they don't even really talk to no women or nothing like that. They just, oh, well, she's too good for me, or I'm not even in her league. So they just never talk to these women. Come to find out later on down the road, they're like, damn, Pete, why you ain't got no old lady or nothing like that? Oh, because they were, I'm not in the right position or whatever, whatnot. Like, yeah, you scaring your own self, man. You know what I'm saying? Women, just be you, bro. You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I done seen all kind of different shit. You know what I'm saying? To where, you see a basically a bad bitch walking with some dude on the sidewalk in a hot ass sun. Be like, why is she walking with this nigga? She can go get her man with a damn Beamer or a Benz or some shit, but she walking with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? He wound up talking her into it. I be seeing homeless couples. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, most, especially in this society, man loses his job or whatever, whatnot. They want to leave, but now all of a sudden, she wound up living with him, and they homeless. They both homeless or whatever, whatnot. So, you know, it's not necessarily what you can put it into your mind that things ain't gonna always happen out. Like, oh, I ain't got enough money to be with her. Well, shit, homeless niggas be having women sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Or I ain't that good looking or whatever, whatnot. Well, big boy over here got this old lady and she bad, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, whatnot, you know? But yet and still their own mind is stopping them from these different things, you know? So this being the same thing, it's like, yo, the damn fear that they had in their mind from the Lord putting these demons on their ass to plague their ass, you know what I'm saying? They was just dropping like flies, having heart attacks of just their own mind fucking them up, man. All right. Verse 12, for fear is nothing else but the betraying of the succor which reason offereth. All right. And the expectation from within being less counted, the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. So again, imagine you know, somebody got you in the we call it the execution position. You down on your knees, they behind you with a damn gun to your head or whatever, whatnot, you know. You scared as shit, like, oh man, any moment I know they're gonna blow up my brains. I know they're gonna blow up my brains. So they behind you, cussing you out, yeah, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. And you just scared, like, ooh, you clenching and whatever, whatnot, you know. But you know, that's way more horrible than a motherfucker actually shooting you, you know? Or just imagine this, because they do this with like the skull and bone. Imagine, you know, you and 6 other people in the execution position, blindfolded or whatever, whatnot, you know? And a dude going around in a circle or whatever, whatnot, and pulling the trigger, boom, letting off, but he letting off blanks, you know, just boom. And then all of a sudden you hear one person fall over, boom, another person fall over, and you getting scared because you know the people, you know, they getting closer to you, you know, they get to the person beside you, boom, and they throw a little bit of liquid on you. And your mind, you hearing the guns go off, the gunshot go off, you hearing the bodies fall over, then the person beside you so-called gets shot, you feel with like blood or whatever hitting you. So you thinking these niggas is getting executed, you like, oh shit, I'm next. And you just like, oh, shivering and shaking, you just going into shock, man. But lo and behold, nobody really died. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even really finna die. They just fucking with you or whatever, whatnot. But yet you over here like, oh shit, I'm about to die or whatever, whatnot, shitting on yourself and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people actually get robbed like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody roll up on them, put a gun in their face, they piss on themselves, they shit on themselves or whatever, whatnot. I'm like, yo, B, they didn't even shoot your ass, man. They just wanted your shit and they was out, man. They wasn't really about that life anyway. But I don't even know why you was scared. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, people be shitting on themselves when somebody just roll up on them like, yo, give me X, Y, and Z. All right, you can take it. So the thought, you know what I'm saying, your mind could fuck you over way worse than something actually happening to you. You know what I'm saying? Because like in this scenario, it wasn't really nothing that was happening to them, but they was being plagued in the mind. All right? It says, verse 14, but they sleep in the same sleep that night, which were indeed intolerable, so they couldn't even sleep, and which came upon them out of the bottoms of the inevitable hell, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions, and partly fainted, their hearts failing them for sudden fear, and not look for came upon them. All right. So basically, I'm not gonna read no more of this because I wanted to grab some other precepts. But like I was saying, man, there's gonna be a time like never before, man. All right, and the Lord is not playing with this here judgment right now. So we reading about these people that was just like in a room or whatever, whatnot, and was hearing all this shit, animals going around them and wild beasts and rushing waters and voices and whatever, whatnot, and it was so dark that you couldn't see the stars, you couldn't see a fire in front of you, you couldn't see shit. You know, so you couldn't even see your hand in front of your face, man. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, they was all for fear and trouble, man. How much more in these times, man? The Lord could just put this here spirit back onto these people, man, and they just start bugging out, man. You know what I'm saying? They just wake up in the middle of the night, start, you know, and waste their whole family, man. All right? Let me try to rush through 2 more real quick. Oh, man. 2nd Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries, right? For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter days shall dwell in the world, because they've walked with great pride. And that's, hey, like I said, started out this here video with, you know, people's laughing and scoffing and so on and so forth. Oh, these niggas can't be right. Oh, these niggas watch too much TV or whatever, whatnot. So they, in their pride, they don't even want to consider, do no research, read, or hear what we got to say. They out here just all in their pride or whatever, whatnot. But then guess what? When these things start happening to your ass, these great miseries gonna fall upon you, like we was just reading, man. And man, the Lord put that great darkness over this whole place, man, and you just bugging the fuck out in the house, man. Go look up on YouTube the end of the world prank, man. Everybody be all fine and dandy and cool, calm, collective into that damn beep, beep. This is an emergency broadcast alert. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? They over there laughing, scoffing, doing whatever. I'm the baddest bitch twerking. I'm the richest nigga in the hood or whatever. What? They get that message like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Everybody turn to bitches at that point in time, man. All right. Verse 51. But understood thou But understand thou for thyself and seek out glory for such be like thee. You know, that's going into the men of the Lord. Hey, man, look, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time, man. Go find that truth, man. For unto you, matter of fact, let me read this, verse 56. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his laws, and forsook his ways. And this is why this judgment is going to come down on all these people, man. Let me go to 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Let me get it from the top. Jeez. All right, so I'm not going to get to where I want to grab, but I'm going to just start here at the top. Matter of fact, I wanted to, I'll just grab this. We'll close out with this. 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Look at these prophecies, man, and line it all up, man. We keep constantly going through it, and now you're seeing it all. Though it tarry, wait for it. It's going to speak, and sure, it's not going to lie. That's what you're seeing right now. It's speaking loud and clear. All right, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's how the Most High, that's what the Most High is doing right now, visiting the earth. Wherefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, all right, like you had for 3 of them this month already, 3, well, more than 3, but 3 different locations, more than that actually. But you got earthquakes all over the damn place. It's unprecedented that Puerto Rico done got hit with so many damn earthquakes and still getting rattled. All right, Turkey, the Caribbeans just got hit this week. All right. It says, therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, all right, in the world, all over the world, you got global uprisings. Then thou shalt well understand, talking about the prophecies, measuring the time diligently according to the prophecies. Then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is made, and the end is manifest. And so, look, everything is going to be made clear. The end of all things is made manifest, man. It's made clear. All right, it's clear that we in the last days, man. The last moments, final moments of the whole shebang. Verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Right. So the Most High gave us these signs of Yahushua's return. Verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby you have believed. That's talking, dealing with the elect. They heard this here word, they had faith, they believed on this, and they did, they put forth that action, that work. All right. Verse 7 again. Everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye believe shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then they shall be in a pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life receive benefits have not known me. All right. And they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when yet the place of repentance was open unto them, understood it not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. That's dealing with 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Because the door of repentance is open unto you right now. But what, you laughing and scoffing? All right. With this here word going out, it should be that all you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans should band together and be like, yeah, we tired of all this oppression. Yeah, we want to see the so-called white man going into captivity. Yeah, we want the Lord to destroy this place. But yet and still, though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. 2/3 of you niggas got to be eradicated on this side and brought back to the kingdom, man. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. I just want to touch in on, hey, man, these prophecies are definitely speaking, man, and the Lord is not playing, man. Judgment is going forth, man, and this is just the first month. How much more the rest of this here year, man? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time, I say, stay strong and shalom.